Back with another tutorial which you have just saw. So now I'm barefaced. I've already washed my face and moisturized my face, and I should look in the camera, but I keep on seeing myself in viewfinder because I'm not very habituated, and sometimes I feel that I'm out of focus, and I really don't want that because video बनाने में बहुत मेहनत लगती है and I really don't want to be out of focus. But I'll try to look in the camera, but again I get diverted here. Alright, so enough of procrastinating. So without any further ado, let's get started. At first I will start with my eyes because I know, like, if you create colorful looks you tend to mess up your base, and I really don't want that. That's why I always prefer to start with my eyes, because whatever fallouts I'll be having here, I can always clean it up and start with a clean face, and the base will be better that way. So for my eyes I'm using this Forever 52 eyeshadow base. This is the one, and this is really nice. I mean, my eyelids are very oily, extremely oily, and I really need an eyeshadow base so that like eyeshadow can stick on my eyelids properly, and it also increases the longevity of your eyeshadow. I mean, if you have oily eyelids like me, then this is a lifesaver for sure. Alright, so I've zoomed you in so that you can get a better view of my eyes. Use your fingers to blend in your eyeshadow base. And while you're applying this with your fingers, wait for like 1 minute so that it can actually settle down. And then the eyeshadow application will be much better. Though if you do not have dark eye circles like me, you can straight away start with the eyeshadow. But since I have extremely pigmented eyes and I can't do anything about it because of my amazing sleep pattern, hence I'm using this Maybelline Instant Age Rewind. I mean, if this is not, yeah, this is in focus right now. So I'm using this one, this concealer. This one is from Maybelline, and I will link it in the description box below, so make sure to check that out. I'll take some in a brush and then I'll start applying this on my eyelids. Now use a bone colored eyeshadow, and I will try to set my eyeshadow base or concealer, whatever you say, concealer of course, because my eyelids tend to crease quickly. That's why I need to fix these. Now I'm using this eyeshadow from Wet n Wild, and don't look at the condition of this eyeshadow. I know, like, I travel with my makeup, so my makeup is not really in a very good state like other YouTubers, so pardon me for that. I will use this shade from this palette. I'll dust off the excess. This has so much of fallout, so you have to be a little careful while working with this. I will start applying this in my crease line. Make sure that no harsh line is visible. I'm using brown shade from the same palette, and I will dust off the excess, and again I'll start applying this. I'll start applying this in the outer corner of my eyelids. I have added a little bit of black as well because the brown was not enough for contouring my outer eyelid area, and I really want to give a nice depth and dimension to my eyes. Use very less product if you're afraid of using dark color on your eyelids, and start with a very light hand strokes. Take some concealer and start cutting my crease. Let's do this. Done with cutting the crease. Now I need to apply a green eyeshadow, and I do not have a green eyeshadow, so I guess I have to mix some colors and create my own color. Let's see what I can do. I mean, I have a green eyeshadow, but that's matte and I want a metallic green look. So, kya karu? I guess I'm gonna mix these two shades and create my own shade which I want exactly on my eyelids. This is the exact color which I was willing to have. I guess I should add a little bit of champagne shade to make this a little lighter. Need to mix this properly. I don't know how it is looking on camera. It is looking a little bluish, but in real life this is such a sabzi wala green sort of color. I mean, if that makes sense. Anyways, you have to blend this out as much as you can. Now since we have lost the intensity and I want a little bit of more depth here, I will add some more black and brown eyeshadow to deepen this even more. Deepen my crease line a little more because the intensity is not that good here. So I'm using a burgundy shade, dark burgundy shade, and I will slowly start deepening my crease a little more. Make sure to blend this out or else it will look like a harsh line and it won't look that good. Use a pointed blending brush like this. Now use a proper blending brush and use very light hand strokes. To highlight your brow bone area. So I forgot to short that part. I've used Maybelline gel eyeliner to create a base for my eyeliner. Why I've used a gel eyeliner? Because it increases the longevity of your eyeshadow. And after that I'm using a liquid eyeliner from Kryolan. I mean that cake one which I always use. You can use whatever you like. You can use Lakme one, you can use sugar one, whatever you like. So I'm using this brush, this liner brush, and I'll try to mimic the same shape and I'll give a little more finishing. Oh my god, it is very hard to talk while you're applying eyeshadow. Maybelline gel liner only to fill in my waterline. I will set my eyes with a black eyeshadow. I'll set my kajal, kajal gel liner, whatever you say, so that it becomes smudge proof. And now I'm using a burgundy shade and I will smoke it out. Alright you guys, so I guess I'm done with my eye makeup and I'll quickly go off camera. I'll finish my brows and another eye and then I'm gonna come back for doing my base makeup. Alright, so I'm done with my eye makeup and my eyebrows, and I haven't applied false eyelashes as of now. I will do that in the last. And I need to clean up the little bit of mess whatever I'm having on my face. So I'm using this Garnier Micellar Water, my favorite one for removing my makeup, and I'll use this cotton pad or whatever you said. This is like a tissue and I've folded this in square. I will take some little bit on this. I'll grab a mirror and I will quickly clean up these areas where I have created mess. And by the way, this micellar water is my favorite. I really don't remember how many times I have purchased this. This one is really good. If you want to use one micellar water, that too in a budget, you should use the Garnier one. This is amazing. Whenever I have to shoot, somebody comes here, wherever, because they all miss you so much and they want to meet you. So for primer, I'm using this Color Bar primer. I'll take some amount in my hand and I will start applying this on my nose area, because here I get oily so much, and if I won't apply a primer, the foundation starts to break down and it looks a little patchy. So for here at least I need to apply in my under eyes as well and in my laugh lines, because I tend to crease here so much, because I'm very expressive and I have facial lines, that's why. So I'll use this. I'll take just a little bit in my hand and I will start applying this with my fingers directly, because I think if you're using a silicone primer, your finger works the best. You know how instantly it blurs out your pores. I don't have much pores, but I tend to crease a lot, and like this nose area is pretty sensitive, and you should obviously use a primer before makeup, especially like if you're doing this sort of heavy and festive makeup. You should use that. I will apply this in my laugh line as well. I crease here as well, I mean because I'm very talkative, I talk a lot, that's why I crease a lot. So applying primer helps a lot. Apply a little bit on my forehead. So now I'm done applying primer. I will wait for like 2-3 minutes so that my primer can settle down, and I will start color correcting my face. So I'm not really using an orange color corrector today, because I guess I don't have that, I've forgotten that. So I'm using this Elegant Pro Conceal, a high definition concealer in the shade Almond. I mean, if you have seen my previous video, you have seen that it's not really necessary to use an orange concealer for that. I mean, if you have a darker concealer, you can totally use that before your base, so that you can hide your dark circles and your blemishes, and that works really well. Just see me doing that and then you will understand. And I'll start applying this. Just very little, you don't have to use a lot, okay? This has a hint of orange, so it works really well for my complexion. And by the way, I'm NC40, like I'm a proper medium complexion, not medium to fair, not medium to dark, proper medium complexion. Let's just try to blend this. Don't worry about the kajal which you have done, the lower smoky eye and lash line. We will perfect that later, just in case if we smudge this. It instantly hides almost all of the blemishes, and on the top of this correction I will apply my foundation, and everything will be blended and perfected. For foundation, I'm using this foundation from Makeup Revolution. This is in the shade F11. You can obviously apply this directly on the face, but again I prefer to use my spatula so that I can scoop out a little bit of product for hygiene reasons, of course. And now I'm trying to break down the product into a smooth consistency. I'm not taking a lot of base. I mean, I don't need much. I've already concealed my face and I don't need a lot of base. I don't have a lot of blemishes. You don't have to like wear a lot of foundation and just look like a ghost. You really don't need to. I mean, just use only whatever is required. You don't have to cake up your whole face with foundation and start looking like white boot. So I'm using a foundation brush for applying my foundation. I will start applying my base on the middle portion, like my nose and my chin area. I'll try to blend this out and I'll slowly diffuse this outwards. As I've told you, I really don't like applying so much of base. I really hate that. Just use how much is required. I'm trying to use up all of the product which I have, so I will apply this on my neck as well. Take this buffer brush. This one is new. I'm very happy. I really, get excited when I tend to use something new. So, yeah, it will actually erase all of the streaky lines which happens while you apply your foundation with the help of a brush. But I really prefer to. I was a sponge person before, but then I started using brush when I started my classes in VLCC, and now there's no going back, because when you're using brush now, it gives you so much better coverage. I mean, you see, you have just seen that I use a very little product, and it is still giving me a lot of coverage and looking nice. So this is what it is, and I prefer using a brush, though this is a little more time taking, but I really don't mind. And now I will be using a concealer from PAC, and the biggest problem which I hate in this concealer is they have this sticker names, or ye nikal jata hai, and then I'm not able to tell you guys ki which shade I'm using. Since I'm a bridal makeup artist, so I tend to have a lot of shades with me, and see, I'll show you. Wait, see, I have this concealer, but it has no name because the sticker, I don't know, I lost the sticker, and like I can't tell you what is the shade name, and nothing is written. Alright, so I'm using this concealer in a skin tanned, and I will highlight the these perimeters like my forehead, my nose bridge, my under eyes, and maybe my chin. I'll see. I will use this brush to blend the concealer in my under eyes. When I've tried this, I am a big fan of this concealer, and I cannot find a better concealer than this in drugstore. Since I'm done with blending now, I will bake my under eyes because I don't want any creases. For baking, I'm using this Maybelline powder in the shade Light, because this is a lighter concealer as compared to my face, and I need this. You can use a brush for baking your under eyes as well, like this. I got this one from Shein, but now since Shein is not available in India, sadly, so I don't know where you will find this brush. And you can use your sponge as well, but I prefer using my brush. Make sure, just in case if you're having any sort of creases or whatever, just try to blend this with your finger and then start applying this powder. Just be very, very careful, or else the powder will fly inside your eyes and it will give you a very hard time, and I guess nobody wants that. A lot of people hate baking, but baking works for me. If you have dry skin, avoid baking. I will bake my nose corner. Brush is multi-purpose. I really like to use this brush for like dusting powder on my face and blending my foundation. So I will lightly dust powder all over my face. so that my makeup stays for longer. Alright, so for contouring I got a new contour kit from NYX. Yay! So let me open this up. I love using a new product. You have no idea, I'm crazy about makeup. I'm not really cream contouring. I'll just powder contour my face, and I'm using this brown shade to contour my cheekbones. I'm not very sure about the pigmentation, so because I'm using this for the first time, this is like a first impression for me. So you have to pout like this so that your cheek is, your cheekbone is visible, and then start applying it. Repeat the same on the second side and try to match the level which you have done on this side as well. Take some more amount and I will contour my jawline as well. I'm using this shade from Sugar Cosmetic palette. This is in the shade Vivid Victory. I will link it down again, I'm saying. So I'll take some in a blush brush, dust off excess because this is extremely pigmented, and I will just lightly put this on the apples of my cheek. Oh shit, I forgot to contour my nose. So for contouring your nose, I really like using this sort of angular blending brush, or whatever you say, tapered blending brush, and I'll take a lighter shade, not the very dark one. I guess I'll use this shade or this shade. This shade is better, I guess. You can always build it up if you're using less product, but if you have already used a lot of product, there's no going back and you will mess up your makeup. So just try to mimic the shape of your nose bridge. I mean, I guess I have pretty good nose, but I still like to contour because foundation makes your face really flat, and then in photos you don't look that good and chiseled. So I believe little bit of contouring has no harm. I'm just playing with my natural nose shape. I'm not contouring this a lot. You see, I'm trying to blend this with my socket area so that it looks as natural as possible. And now I'm using highlighter from the same palette. This shade, this is such a beautiful golden shade and it suits my complexion so much. I'm using this brush. I'll take some highlighter, dust off the excess as usual, and I will apply this on my cheekbones at first. With this lipstick from Maybelline. This is in the shade Fuchsia Flash. Alright, so I'm almost done with this look. Now I have to apply false eyelashes and I have to fix my hair, and then I will quickly come back. Okay, alright guys, so I'm done with this look. I really love this. I mean, I know this is actually very bright, like pink lipstick and this colorful green eyeshadow, but I mean, this is a festive look and you can always go for nude lipstick if you want. One more thing, I forgot to tell you that I have wiped out whatever the bake I was having in my under eyes and in my facial lines here and wherever I've done the baking. And one more thing, last step, which is so important because this is a festive look and you will be wearing this for a long time. You really need to fix your makeup. So for that I will be using makeup fixer from Smashbox. So for setting spray, I'm using Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Water. Okay, you guys, so I've quickly spritz my face with the makeup setting spray and I'm done with the whole look. I hope that you guys have enjoyed the tutorial and watched me procrastinating all the time. Like, I talk bullshit and I talk a lot, I know that. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Till then, stay safe because it's corona time, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care. Mwah. Bye.